Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? We're gonna wait until a few people get in and everything. We're gonna listen to some music. And, hey, CR, how you doing, brother? Alright, I'll be back soon, okay?
refuse to yield. Our spirit ignites a battle revealed from the depths of night. We reclaim the day. This is our stand in a world so cold. We are the stories that will never be told. In the chaos we find our might. Survivors of darkness, we're ready to fight. For when the silence falls, we'll still be here. In the end of all things we conquer fear. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hello, everybody. So, how are you all doing, you lovely, lovely rum monkeys of the day? Hmm? Are y'all having a good Sunday morning? Have you had a good weekend? You can hear me good? Because I'm trying some new earphones, earbuds out or whatever. Some of these high end like ear things. I don't know. If you can hear me good, yeah, guess that's all right. You know. So let's see. Four, how you doing? How you doing, CR brother? There's so many C's out today. You know, I was. We're gonna talk about things like I screwed my leg up at work and everything, so I can't really do anything. I'm walking with a freaking cane right now. Oh, but we're gonna talk about the difference in quote unquote survival tools, right? So we all know survival tools, you know, axe, saw, knife, but those are those are tools, not really universal items. We as a survivalist prepper community, we have lost the idea of functionality. We have put too many what ifs on specific gear. We tell people, oh, you need this specific gear for this item, I mean, for this biome, right? You know, you don't really need you don't really need an axe in the South. You know, past the Mason Dixon line. You know, from Tennessee down into know Florida. You don't need an you need an axe for colder weather where trees and bushes and stuff like that freeze. You know, you need something that can split thicker wood. Right, right. You know, we we've put knife as a be all end all tool. You're not going to sit there. I mean, we make how many knives out of God knows countless metals. You know, Damascus steel. You know, what is it? T4 construction steel, stuff like that. Carbon steel. We need a specific knife for every job in the world, right? Just as little as 100 years ago, we only used knives for what we intended it to be used for. We didn't use 100 years ago. We didn't use a knife to build a shelter. We didn't use a knife to cut down, a jungle. Yeah, we didn't rely on a knife like all these, and it started with Rambo. Rambo was the movie of the 80s that showed a knife could do everything. You know, Stallone made that crappy all-in-one survival Bowie knife a godsend to people. Oh, I got this you know, survival Bowie knife. I can put water in the handle. I can boil it over a fire. I've got a way to purify. I've got a fishing kit. I've got matches. I've got blah, 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 blah. And it's fake. Most of those survival knives, the only reason why it had a hollowed handle is because it's not a full tang knife. You know? Yeah. Can it kill somebody? Yes. Is it going to be your end all beat all? No. We have we have put so much glamorization into knives. We have I heard it all the time growing up. All I need is a knife and I can survive forever in the woods as long as I got a knife. Hey Tryon, how you doing, brother? It's it's one of those lone wolf, one of those lone wolf glamorization stories. And when you start glamorizing things in survival, when you start making scenarios of one person that has survived in this one situation with this one item, it's like the movie where the hiker guy got put in that hole and his arm was stuck in a rock. He he had to literally he had a Swiss Army knife, and the Swiss Army knife did everything for him. It cut through his arm, it broke his bones, it did all this stuff. Vanessa, how you doing, sis? People in survival, all of this, we are not taking reality into consideration on stuff. We're not. We, especially these big name survival channels, these big name survival TV shows, like Naked and Afraid. You actually see, I'm glad to hear that, Vanessa. You actually see how bad and how hard it is if you only have one item to survive with. You know, I don't care I do not care how much experience a person has. I do not care how much we all have, we all have families that are military or, whatever. And everybody, don't get me wrong, everybody talks a big game. Everybody does. Even me. Oh, I'm not excluding myself. Everybody talks a big game. You know the reason why we talk a big game. And I wanted to be on Shadows live stream yesterday, but I don't know why. Every time I get on Shadows, live stream, something screws up. Yeah, you know, and Vanessa, I have a boot knife, a Pakistan boot knife that I got it from a flea market when I was like 9 years old. It was basic stainless steel with a wooden handle and a brass tang. A brass um, guard. Just a basic, 1990s boot knife that every kid carries. That thing has a stick tang in it. And as long as you take care of a knife, as long as you use the knife for what it's intended to, it will last you. It doesn't matter if it's a Gerber or a cheap 25 cent Pakistan knife. It will work. It as long as you've got the skills to take care of it. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah. And see, yeah, I don't know what it is about people in Mora. I don't understand it, CR. Mora got its publicity and its popularity from that Dual Survivor show with Dave Canterbury. Like, Mora was only ever used by fishermen in Europe. We never had Moras in the United States until just in the last 100 years, maybe the last 50 years. Yeah, trying. Yeah, like I said. Yeah, the Ontario knife companies. Those carbon steel knives were made to last. You have to look at how blades of the past were made. Blades of the past were made to last because people didn't have the resources and the money to use it, abuse it, and throw it away like we do today. Now you can buy a $10 Mora, beat the crap out of it and everything, throw it away, and buy another $10 Mora, and it's going to do the same thing. Nice, Vanessa, nice. We we have glamorized everything and tell people, oh, only buy this stuff, only buy this, all right, and screw everything else. Screw whatever you can afford. In a true survival situation, you are going to make anything that you come across last. But we don't know anything about true survival. We don't. Yeah, that. Buy my knife. Buy my design of my knife. You know, I bought Richard Myers, you know, the old British survivalist from the BBC. I bought his knife when I had the money. It was $300. It was the God knife, you know. I bought his specific made knife. And it was supposed to last everything. It was supposed to be unstoppable. Showing pictures that he could run over it with a car and it was still cut, you know, cut through a brick. I paid yeah, Ray Myers. Yeah, I was going to call him Richard Myers, but I bought his knife, $300 for it. 300. And guess what? I took it out on a 3-day survival, like a survivalist training. It broke. It broke. It had a rat tang in it. It did not have a full tang like he said it did. It was cheaper than a Mora. Nice, Vanessa. Well, happy early birthday, sis. Happy early birthday. But, yeah, you know, we are in a we're in a world now that we use and abuse everything. There is channels in the survival community. What is it? It's the Swedish knife brothers or something like that. All they do is stress test knives. That's it. They stress test survival knives from all over. Okay, I'm talking about $50 knives. I mean, like $20 knives, all the way to like $5,000 knives. In a true survival situation, you are not using a knife to do crazy shit that they put these knives through. They had a knife and was using it to hold up a 300-pound human and see how long it would last by shoving it into a block of wood and standing on it. Then they sit there and they chop through a tree trunk with it. Hey, Abner, how you doing? It In a true survival situation, you are not using your knife to get up onto something. You're not. You're not going to climb a tree by hammering your knife in and climbing it. We we have as humans are stupid. We are stupid. You know, especially people of this generation. It's people don't understand that things, no matter how good that they're created or whatever reputation a company has, there is still flaws in everything. Even and I hate to say it, but even Shadow's fucking even knife, his perfect baby knife, still has flaws in it and still can break. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This right here, this is an Ames multi garden tool, right? Comes in a just a cheap, flimsy plastic carrying case. This made in China, right? This thing runs for about $7 to $10. All right. Look at that edge that's used to cut. Not only that, it also has two other edges on the front, and it also has on it where you can dig under roots and everything and pop it up. It has a saw on the other side to prune and saw. This is between $6 to $10. This is going to outlast you more than a damn $70 to $80 Victorinox Swiss Army knife. You know why? Because this is solid. This has a full tang in it. This can do everything you need. Yes, it's stainless steel. It's going to be harder to sharpen. But you know what? Stainless steel holds an edge longer than carbon steel. We overlook things like this. We would rather buy this with, oh, it's made for survival. It's got a whistle. You're stuck in the middle of God knows where, and you need a survival whistle because you know humans are everywhere in the woods, right? It's got a Camillus called a Stinger tactical knife in it. Okay, yeah, it's got a saw on it. It's got a knife on it. It's got a fucking bottle opener on it and hex wrenches. If you're in a survival situation, where the hell are you going to find hex bolts to unlock or a bottle to pop open? We are dumb when it comes to survival stuff. Just because somebody says it's a survival item doesn't mean anything. Why do I need a ruler in the middle of a survival situation? Why do I need 90% of that? Yeah, it why do we need those things when it's a wilderness survival knife and they give you a knife that you're going to go work on your car with? If your car is broken or busted, you ain't fixing it without parts. Nice, Vanessa, nice. Yeah, we are playing on the mindset of a game. And the same thing with survivalist tools. The same thing with survivalist anything. It is a game. You know why? Correct, Vanessa. Correct. Like in most survival situations and everything, you're not going to be breaking into places. You seriously are not. If you are lost, most survival situations are always in the wilderness. They're not in. You're not going to go to a third world country. Person. You're not going to be the person that gets kidnapped by the Mexican cartel, and you're going to have to be James Bond, and your rinky dink Camillus Stinger knife is going to get you out. Correct, Tryon. Correct. those are very, very rare situations, CR. Unless you have money or your family has some kind of big name, people don't give a shit who you are. Yeah, Vanessa, yeah. But but you see what I'm talking about though, Vanessa. Like we we are companies are manipulating a majority of people. They are manipulating people every day. They are they are making people question why they're doing it. Why they it makes when we run out and buy something and say we all run out and buy the new Camillus hunting knife set this Christmas. Every Christmas, you go to a hunting section of Walmart or whatever. Guess what they have? They have a shitload of these rinky dinky survival kits. A flashlight, a wallet ninja, and like three three fold out blades, three pocket knives. Yeah, fear runs, and people listen to fear. People people take nothing into true consideration. People people think people think that the world's ending tomorrow. Everybody thinks the world's ending tomorrow. How many times do we have to beat a dead horse with a stick until people realize that the world is not going to end tomorrow? The world hasn't ended. The world hasn't ended since the Almighty flood. And even then, when the flood hit, guess what? The cockroach humans still survived. Yeah. we we as humans need something to take us from reality. That is true. Yeah, correct, Vanessa. Correct. And it doesn't matter what world ending change happens. Humans will survive. Humans will always survive. And to be honest, most of these hardcore survivalists and end of the world preppers and everything are going to be the first ones to die. They are. Because their self entitlement will kill them. The ones that think that they cannot be touched, the ones that think that they have the perfect plan, there is no perfect plan. They're never in this fucking world will ever be a perfect plan. Every situation there is side quest A through Z. There is situation 1 through 100. And every day is going to be different. Yeah. But the thing is, you know, all those kids, everything, it runs out. It needs to be supplied. It needs to be resupplied. Correct, Vanessa? Everything needs to be resupplied. How can you resupply everything in a situation if you have nothing to resupply with? It's that's why I tell people, would they set up their bug out bag or whatever, it's only for a limited amount of use until it's done. It ain't like a video game where you can just teleport back to a city and all the stock and all the supplies is back, you know? People don't understand is when they leave their sanctuary, when they leave and do the bug out world, they have to continuously move. Yep, I'm the same way, Vanessa. I'm the same way. And that's why I get so sick and tired of people saying, oh, prepare your bug out bag, prepare your inch kit, prepare. No, I have a get home bag, and that's to get me home. And it has enough supplies to get me home to where all my stuff is. There is no leaving my place. There is no I'm never coming home bag. Once you have that mindset, you're already dead. You're already dead. It's just how much time are you sparing yourself? Yeah. And it's hard to even get clothes that are that tough anymore, Vanessa. You know, if you got just 50 years ago, if you bought a pair of Levi work jeans, they lasted you. They lasted you. I still have Levi jeans from when I was 20 years old that just 20 years ago still hold up. I bought Levi jeans from Walmart yesterday, and guess what? They're already busting at the knees. Yeah, it's because of the way the world is now. We are in a society of use, abuse, and throw away, rebuy. That's why nothing. If a world-ending event actually happens, we are screwed because of the way manufacturers manufacture things. They manufacture now as a disposable world. Yes, yes, CR. You know, they did a research. They did a study. Harvard did a study that just in one city block, there is almost 5 to 6 resale shops. that has enough clothing to clothe a third world country. They have enough clothing donated every day to be able to donate or cover at least 100,000 people. That's in five secondhand shops. Clothing is going to be an item that nobody has to worry about in the end of time. Nobody. Take care, Trine brother. You have a good one. Get some rest. But you know what? I didn't hear CR yesterday. I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna put in. Let's have an open chat today. You know, let me see if these earphones actually work. Correct, Admir. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this. And let's see who takes a bite. I know one person will probably take the bite, but we we have enough clothing to last 100 years if if clothing manufacturing stopped. We have enough clothing to last 100 years. I'll have you, CR. It's all good, brother. Yeah, yeah. Fast fashion, quick, easy, one time. Whatever. It, the world, it's the same thing for everything, just in a different mindset. We have enough clothing to survive. We have enough. We make so much crap. Vanessa. I understand, brother. What's up, C4? Yeah. We need to wake up as a survival community. And I'm not talking down to anybody. I'm not. I love everybody in our survival community. I'm talking about the real people that really nice. Um, I'm always a Marlboro man. I do the special select red 100, or if whenever my tobacco, I grow Cherokee Gold, so I harvest that and smoke it whenever it's done. Yeah, yeah. I love everybody in our survival community. I do. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not. I'm not knocking, Shadow. I'm not knocking Veteran. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not. It's just we have to look at reality. We have to. Nice out in there. Nice, Vanessa. Nice. And see, all of us are smokers. And you know, we're not 20-year old, you know, studs and know we're not perfect anymore. We're not. I bet the only person in chat that is somewhat healthier is CR, and he's probably got secondhand smoke from all of us just from my live stream. He got secondhand smoke from me. But you have to look at what we have created for ourselves in a perfect world. You know, we need cigarettes, we need caffeine, we need coffee, coke. We we may say that we can let it go. Yeah, cannabis. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nice. Like we have to realize, even with all our skills, even with all our knowledge in certain aspects of survival, we will kill each other just for our addictions alone. Have you ever seen a meth head or a crackhead going through withdrawals? Have you ever seen a human that's lived 20 years on coffee every day try to go a week without coffee? Have you ever seen a smoker try to go 24 hours without a cigarette? On top of stress, on top of everything. Yeah, yeah. When I was 14, I was smoking. I was drinking moonshine with my grandfather. I was on a farm, you know, not thinking about anything. Correct, Vanessa. Correct. People are afraid of the truth. People want to see that glimmer of hope on the horizon. See, I told you, CR is. If anybody's going to survive the apocalypse, it's probably CR. The only thing with CR is he's going to need his caffeine fix, and he's going to need his food. That anything else, CR's got it pretty much covered. Right, Adamir. Right. You know, it's just like what I said in Shadow's live stream. Learn to eat the most disgusting food that you would never eat normally. Because when you're out scavenging, if you pack your bug out bag and you're walking and you run out of your glorious MREs, guess what? When you go into that grocery store, I bet you anything it's going to be anchovies and mustard or smoked olives in a can. I ain't not smoked olives, but smoked oysters in a can. You know, tilapia. You're going to find the things that nobody would ever touch. Pig brains and gravy. You know, like you are going to have to learn that your shit will run out. Doesn't matter how much prepping that you've done, it will run out. Yeah, I understand that, C4. Yeah, right. Yeah, Vanessa. Uh, We we take things for granted in this world now. 100 years ago, people didn't take things for granted. People worshipped and cared for small moments like what we do now on a daily basis on YouTube. Sit around and talk. The world has changed more in the last 20 years than ever before. Right, Vanessa, it's the same with me. I am insulin dependent diabetic. You know how long I have after my supplies run out? Not long. I do not have long at all. I would rather kill myself than go into a diabetic coma from high blood sugar. Yeah, nice, Vanessa, nice. Yeah, yeah, Vanessa. I understand that 100%. You know, one bottle of insulin for me. If I didn't have if I didn't have my passport to go across the border to Mexico and able to stock up for a year at a time with my insulin, I would be broke. I would not be able to afford preps. I would not be able to survive, like literally survive. I got you, Vanessa. Yeah, yeah. I I'm sorry, sis. I I, I understand. My my older brother, my older brother, he passed away from leukemia and AIDS also. It yeah, yeah, refrigeration or a cold damp spot. If I could create a cellar or like an old uh, canning room, I could do that. Yep, it is that in there. That's true. Most people can't get a passport, especially in the United States. Like that's how it is. This the government, the media. When I say media, I don't mean news. I mean everything. Social media. YouTube, TikTok, everything. It gives us a false sense of reality. Nice, Vanessa, nice. We have been fed a false sense of reality and a false sense of hope for so long that the world is not able to handle real life situations when it's pushed to the face. Ah, crap. Give me a second. I need to go plug in my phone. Hold on. Y'all listen to some easy listening. In the shadows where the lost ones crawl, echoes of despair and chilling call. Fire burns in the ashes of our fate. Whispers of the fallen, it's far too late. When the skies bleed red, we will fade away. This is our stand in a world so cold. We are the stories that will never be told. In the chaos we find our might. Survivors of darkness, we're ready to fight. Oh yeah. With shattered dreams and a heart of stone, we rise from the wreckage, we stand alone. The end is near, but we refuse to yield. Our spirit ignites a battle revealed from the depths of night. We reclaim the day. This is our stand in a world so cold. We are the stories that will never be told. In the chaos we find our might. Survivors of darkness, we're ready to fight. For when the silence falls, we'll still be here. In the end of all things, we conquer fear. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is our stand in a world so cold. We are the stories that will never be told. In the chaos we find our might. Survivors of darkness, we're ready to fight. This is our stand in a world so cold. We are the stories that will never be told. In the chaos we find our might. Survivors of darkness, we're ready to fight. For when the silence falls, we'll still be here. In the end of all things, we conquer fear. For when the silence falls, we'll still be here. In the end of all things, we conquer fear. Oh yeah, we will conquer fear. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright, I'm back.
This is our stand in a world so cold. We are the stories that will never be told. In the chaos we find our might. Survivors of darkness, we're ready to fight. This is our stand in a world so cold. We are the
Oh my lord. You know, I'll never understand technology. Can y'all hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you still hear me. Okay, awesome. I'll never understand technology, y'all. I just I'm one of those people that I don't know. Thank you. Thank you, Steve Ford. Thank you, Vanessa. You know, the differences. We we as a group need to see the truth. We need thank you, Admir. We need to stop filling people with false fantasies. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that nobody is or can be a true survivor or a true prepper. But we have to instill the true mindset of what it is to be a prepper. We have to teach people and make them understand what it will take to truly survive in a real world survival situation. Yeah, it's fun to joke around. It's fun to play. It's fun to understand your skills. You have to you have to work on your weaknesses. Correct, CR. Right. You know, like like what Vanessa said. Beans. My God. Beans and rice. That's what every prepper does. But people don't understand. Yes, pinto beans are a forever food. Beans in general are a forever food. But I'm sorry, CR. I'm sorry. But this is just going to be a quick subject, okay? Beans and rice, they do harden. They do become they are not technically a forever food. They are a long lasting food. They are a shelf stabled food. We take forever foods and bastardize it, saying that it's a forever food. Beans harden. Beans can and will not rehydrate. You can make beans and they come out like bricks. I've done it plenty of times where I've had old beans from 2 or 3 years and I've made chili with them and they come out crunchy because they have lost the ability to adapt to absorb water. Same thing with rice. And the only reason why I'm saying rice, CR, is because you made that thing about can you cook rice without a rice cooker. So this is your fault, sir. This is your fault. That's a thing too. People don't know how to cook. People don't. And it goes back to that whole entire thing of making life simpler for people. You're Most people are not going to the grocery store. Hey, did you not do it, sir? Did you not create that poll? But it's a reality. It's true. Not many people can cook forever foods. Not many people know how to bake. Not many people know what yeast is. I mean, most people know what a yeast infection is. Most people know what, you know, but that's females. Most men don't know what a yeast infection is. There you go, Vanessa. You know, or throw some rice in a skillet, put some coconut milk in it. Some coconut oil, fry it up. Mm, damn good. Like just simmer it on your stove with a cup of water. Let all that. Yeah, it's the way the world is. It's the mindset of humans. The mindset of humans will always take the easy way out. No human wants to take the hard way out. Ooh, that sounds good, Vanessa. That sounds good. Did you make a brown sauce or like a red marinara sauce for them? Well, damn, Vanessa. I think I've got. I think I've got like a few. I got some single serve coffee pot like that make not those Keurigs ones, but it makes like a single 12 ounce uh cup of coffee. I use them at work all the time. I buy them. They're like $10 a piece at a store called HEB out here. Nice, Vanessa. Call a tomato. Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good. Ground sausage in it. Oh, CR. Easy when it works. Yes. And we've made the world so easy that people have lost the ability to handle anything else. Yeah, yeah, yeah. CR. Those things are good. Yeah. I mean, we we as a prepper community, we as a survivalist community, we've been relying on the past for so long, and we've stopped looking into the future. We have stopped. We're still showing people how to rub two sticks together to create an ember to blow into flame. We're teaching people how to just like a fellow YouTuber that we all know, well, probably most of us know, Harshman Hill, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. But he was teaching people how to relight a candle with flint steel with a char cloth. That is a distinct thought. That's such a time consuming and energy consuming skill. It truly is. What prepper doesn't have 10 million liters at their disposal? When do you truly need flint and steel? When? CR, when was the last time you had to pull out your emergency flint and steel kit to light a fire? Vanessa? Adanair? C4? Hey, what's up, Warlord? How you been? Yeah, I know, CR. I know you did. And that's what I'm trying to say. We need to stop with 1,000-year-old ideas, 1,000-year-old skills. We are in 2024. There you go. I know, Vanessa. I know it's good practice. It is. But I'm just saying, in reality of everything, if you need to get warm, I mean, even the natives in Alaska carry a big lighter or a lighter with them if they fall in cold water or something so they can instantaneously make fire. When your life is on the line, you need something that can instantly do it. Not something that's going to take you 30 plus minutes to do just to say, oh, well, I still got the skills. You're more likely going to be dead in a true survival situation. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're taking this in the wrong direction. For what purpose? So a YouTube channel can get views? Is that what we truly are doing now? Are we the next? Are we, instead of teaching people reality and preparing them mentally, we're acting like Bear Grylls and, Survivor Man? That's what this has came down to. We are pushing the mindset away to say, oh, look at me. I have skills in blah. Yeah, you're good. See, Vanessa? Yeah. I mean, reality. This, this is easier to light a flame than a rock and a piece of metal. And what happens when you don't have fur cloth? What happens when you don't have anything with you? Those skills become obsolete. They become obsolete. And people don't want to realize. People do not want to realize that everything that they've been buying, that they. Ooh, nice. Sounds good, Vanessa. You're making me hungry. Yeah, I'm a Debbie Downer. I am. You know, when I first started this channel, I was all gun ho. I was so happy to have a journey with this. I was so happy to meet like-minded individuals that are here for a common goal. And now, what is going on? Now we're doing things that people in the Renaissance were doing. We're doing things that fur traders in Canada, uncharted Canada, were doing. We want to glorify their skills, glorify what they did. We don't want to see the truth in what they did, or the trials and tribulations that. How long did it take to set up a fur trader camp? How long did it take to set up a logging camp? For one day, they had to have 8 to 10 men building a 24-hour logging camp for the other 30 to 40 men that was out in the wilderness. These 10 men was around the clock taking care of a camp, keeping the fire going, cooking food, making sure everything was ready to go at a moment's notice. RUCR. Correct, Vanessa, correct. Yes. It's not meant to sit and collect dust. All your gear, all your stuff is not meant to collect dust. And I think that's why a lot of people hate me. Is because I'm going to tell the truth. I am. I'm going to break down the little fantasy world that most people are creating around this. Right. Thank you, CR. It's just, I've been on YouTube long enough that I don't care about being the next big thing. My small group of people listen. Thanks, Vanessa. That makes me feel good. Uh, it's life has a way of slowing you down. Life has a way of tripping you from your highest point and dropping you back to the lowest part of you. Correct. Correct. You know, it's like a double-bladed knife. You know, it cuts both ways. It if you don't look into the darkness, you can never see the light. I've been told that all my life. You have to look through the darkness to see the light. Yeah, that that's a perfect way. That's a perfect way of saying it. It, that's the that's the thing, CR. You can't enlighten somebody about what if. You can't. Why do you think a new survival book from a quote unquote specialist, some special forces member that survived 5 or 6 tours and, third world countries, it, like Morris Kohansky, okay? God rest his soul. Morris Kohansky taught the truth. He said that most people that he trained could never survive in a true survival situation. Right, Vanessa? Right. Kohansky was the one, and he was just a normal dude. Yeah, he had a lot of experiences and everything. We all have experiences in whatever. Right. Yeah. And that's another thing. People don't understand biomes. People don't understand different biomes. People say, "Oh yeah, I was raised in this. I was raised in there. I was raised in you know Siberia, or I can survive anywhere because I was in Siberia." Yet you are able to handle it. You are able to know how to handle your situation. But have you ever been to the Sahara Desert? Have you ever been to the Philippines? Have you ever been to South America in the rainforest? I would do it. I would love to do it with you, Vanessa. I would. Yeah. But even you, you know, Vanessa, you say that the deserts in California, each desert is completely different than the next desert, right? Take the Chihuahuan Desert in Texas, you know, and look at the Badlands out west. They're both deserts, but they are different. They are completely different. The United States has the most diverse biome of any country in the world. Yeah, I remember toe fishing. You put a line in, tie the string onto your toe, wait until it bites. Uh, Correct, correct with that. You know, you can also go to parts of Arizona and the desert and everything, and you're in barren sand, and then just 15, 20 miles away, there's a lush forest with streams, ponds, everything. You can't get that. You can't get that in a lot of other countries. You can't get that. You know, yeah. And I'll tell you right now, I can handle decent cold. I definitely can't handle that. And I know the biomes that I go to. Damn. Yeah. We take everything for granted. We we see one person do it, and everybody thinks that they can do it. Like, is it us, these survivalists and prepper channels and chat rooms, or is it really them? We have to ask ourselves that. We all have experiences. Yeah, your experiences are completely different than my experiences. Like, I don't have that kind of experience, but I've learned on my own from just being poor how to survive. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different mindset. It's a different take. Yeah, yes, we are. You know what? I stopped showing like shorts of building stuff and building like thinking you get home bag and all that stuff. It's because I realized that 90% of people copy. Girls, 90% of people copy what they see. They don't know. If I tell somebody to get this, to use this as an extension of a knife, if they don't have the money to buy a knife, they're going to use this as a knife, and they're going to say, "Oh well, Second Star Survival said that you could use this as a knife." No, it's an extension of a knife. Yeah. We put into mindset, we build a concept, and people don't want to take and expand on it. People want, you already handed the blueprint to them. They just want to take it and go. Right, Vanessa? I stopped doing all that. I stopped because that's the problem. I stopped. I stopped doing that because of fear that somebody is going to make a bag exactly how I make my bag and not have the skills to actually use it if they need to use it. What's up, Moon? What is up, brother? How you doing? Yeah, but it's one of those back against the wall ideas, Vanessa. We can sit here and talk until we're red in the face. But how many people truly take it to heart? How many people truly evolve with that knowledge? How many people can actually change their life from your knowledge? You know? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, my little wooden spoon. How you doing? Sounds so good. Sounds good, Vanessa. But, maybe I should go back to doing it. Maybe I should go back to at least it's hard to continue making stuff that hasn't been made already. You can enhance it, you can change it, but it's still the same concept. It's still the same food, water, shelter, tools, special item for certain circumstances, clothing. It drains. It drains. Survival is an everyday thing. You know, and I hear people say that,
it's a different meaning. Survival at the end of the world or catastrophic event is different than I'm starving. What fast food restaurant do I want to go to? It's different than, oh, my tire blew out on me on the side of the road. Let me wait for AAA. My battery is almost dead. Right. Right, Shire, right. Nice, Vanessa, nice. I miss that. I miss I miss going to secondhand shops. I miss it so much. I used to post all the time. I used to do live streams at secondhand shops. Right. I I miss the fun in finding new items. I miss it. I miss it so much. It got to a point where it was there's nothing here because Goodwill and stuff like that doesn't sell everything freely anymore. Now that they've learned that things have a value, that they get donated to them, and they run silent auctions on their website, I've lost my drive to go there, That's true, Raven. Or Shire. Nice. Nice, Vanessa. I always wanted to go to one of those. I always wanted to go to one of those places. Yeah. It's more people have spent more money on YouTube trying to get famous than what they make back, than what they've done. For the longest time, I was thinking on making survival kits for people and selling them to people. You know, but then it's like, why do I need to make survival kits for people that's in a survival community? Why? Dang, nice, Vanessa, nice. Not bad, not bad at all. All right, family. I'm gonna have to get off here. The wife's about to call me. I love y'all. I love all of y'all. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all take care, fam. I love y'all. Y'all stay safe, okay? Take care of yourselves. I don't want to say we don't have time left or any BS, but, you know, keep those close to you in heart, you know? And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of bullshit. Take everything. Take it. Smile. And keep pushing. I love you, family. Y'all take care, okay? Bye.